Hello students, you are welcome in the first lecture of a chapter of solutions. At your 11th standard, you have studied pure substances and mixtures. You have studied in detail in the first chapter at your 11th level, 11th standard. So what are mixtures? There you have studied mixtures are obtained, or mixture is nothing but a combination of two or more than two substances. Combination of two or more than two substances is known as a mixture. Further, in 11th standard only, they are depending on the mixture, type of mixture. You have seen different type of solutions. You have seen different type of mixtures. Homogeneous mixture and second is heterogeneous mixture. If two substances are mixed thoroughly with each other such that we cannot identify their existence is known as homogeneous mixture. Whenever two substances are thoroughly mixed together such that their existence cannot be identified easily is known as a homogeneous mixture. And in the other case, whenever two substances are mixed together but their existence is easily identified is nothing but the heterogeneous mixture. In the last year, you have seen the colloids and true solutions. How colloids and true solutions are identified? Can you remember in the last year what is the particle size of colloids and what is the particle size in true solution? In a true solution, particle size is within a range of 0.1 nanometer to 2 nanometer. This is known as true solution. And in the colloidal solution, last year we have studied, whenever the particle size of solute is within a range of 2 nanometer to 500 nanometer, it is known as colloidal solution, or that is a colloid that we have seen in the last year. Their properties are different, that every part we have studied. In this year, we are focusing only on true solutions. In the chapter of solution, we are focusing on a true solutions where that is a homogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture of two or more than two components is known as true solution. That is clear. Homogeneous. True solution is always clear solution. Homogeneous solution, transparent solution, and the particle size is within a range of 0.1 nanometer to 2 nanometer. Solute and solvent cannot be identified. That is known as a true solution. That is a homogeneous mixture. Now, depending on how many components are used for the preparation of solution, there are different type of solutions. If two components are used for a solution preparation, it is known as binary solution. Two components are used in the preparation of solution is binary solution. Whenever three components are used, ternary solution, quaternary solution further. So depending on number of components used in the preparation of solution, they are binary solutions which is prepared from two components, ternary solution prepared from three components, quaternary from four components, and so on. In this chapter, we are dealing with the study of only binary type of solutions. Binary solutions we are studying in this chapter. Binary means made up of two components. And in the preparation of binary solutions, since we know there are two components required, which are those two components? Out of those two components, one of the component which is present in less proportion is known as solute. The component which is used in less proportion in the preparation of solution is known as a solute. And the other component which is used in large excess quantity, large proportion is known as solvent. So one component is solute used in less proportion, other component is solvent used in large quantity, large proportion. Solute and solvent homogeneously mixed together, and they are giving a true solution, that is a binary solution, because only two components we have taken, only one solute and the other only one solvent, one solute and one solvent, and they gives the solution. Now see particularly types of solutions. We have seen binary, ternary, quaternary, but further see the types of binary solutions, that is important. Here we are studying the types of solutions, that is nothing but a types of binary solutions which are prepared from two component system. Two components are used, solute and solvent, and binary solutions are prepared. So what are the types of solutions, means binary solutions? We know there are three states of matter. We have studied in detail in the last year also. Three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. Solid, liquid and gas. And usually while we are explaining the solution, you are considering that solution is prepared by adding solid in liquid. Solid is taken in less proportion and liquid is taken in large excess quantity, and we will get the liquid solution. So that is your general statement, general trend, that solution is always liquid and solution is prepared by dissolving solid in liquid. But that is not the case. We know three states of matter are there: solid, liquid and gas, and any two of them can combine together. Any two states can combine together and we can get the homogeneous mixture, and that is known as a solution. So there are three states. So how many combinations are possible among three states? 9 combinations are possible. So 9 types of solutions are prepared. See here: state of solute, then state of solvent, and for example of that type of the solution I am explaining here. Suppose state of, let us consider the state of solute is solid, state of solvent is liquid. You are familiar with this type of solution? Whenever sugar is added to water, salts added to water, whenever sugar in less proportion is added to water, sugar is solid, water is liquid. So liquid is solvent and solute is solid. Here example: sugar in water. Secondly, now keep this constant. keep this constant, solute constant 3 times. Solid, solid, solid. Here solid in liquid. Now solid in solid. Means one solid is taken in less proportion, other solid taken in large excess quantity. They are metal alloys. We have studied in defects also, crystal defects. Brass, main metal carbon, copper, and zinc is impurity metal. That is the metal alloy. So solid in solid, one solid in less proportion and other solid in large excess quantity. Then solid in gas, camphor in air, camphor is solid, or iodine solid in air. Gas is large quantity, solid less quantity. So these are the 3 type of solutions. Now in the next 3 times 4, 5, 6, I am taking here solute liquid, and now solvent I am changing. Liquid in liquid, one liquid in less proportion known as solute, other liquid in large excess proportion known as solvent. So liquid in liquid type of solution. Liquid in liquid, one liquid less proportion, other liquid large excess quantity. We may take ethanol in water, alcohol, ethanol or ethyl alcohol in water, where ethanol taken in less proportion, water taken in large excess quantity. Then liquid in solid, means liquid less proportion, solid more proportion. Here mercury is liquid. Mercury, whenever added to other metals, it is known as mercury amalgam in metal like silver. So whenever mercury, liquid mercury in less proportion added to the silver metal, that gives liquid in solid type of solution. That is a homogeneous mixture. See, all these are homogeneous mixtures. We cannot identify solute and solvent once they are mixed together. They are homogeneous mixtures and they are known as solutions. Liquid, solid, and third, gas. Liquid in gas, liquid present in less proportion and gas present in the large excess quantity. Here is example of chloroform, CHCl3. Chloroform in air, or maybe chloroform in other gases like nitrogen gas, gives this type of the solution. So these are 3 combinations. Now 3 more combinations we can perform 3 times. 3 times solid, 3 times liquid, now 3 times gas. Here change, gas in liquid. What is the example of gas in liquid? Cold drinks. Cold drinks are nothing but carbonated cold drinks. In carbonated cold drinks, gas is present in less proportion and liquid is present in large excess quantity. So gas in liquid, carbonated cold drinks. Then gas in solid. Adsorption you have studied last year. Whenever gases are adsorbed on the surface of metal, reaction take place. So gas in less proportion, for example, hydrogen gas in metal like palladium. Hydrogen is gas in less proportion, palladium metal solid. So that is gas in solid type of solution. We cannot identify gas and palladium once they are mixed. Once gas is adsorbed on the surface of palladium metal, we get the homogeneous mixture, true solution. And one more, gas in gas. You are familiar with this? What is the example? Gas in gas. One gas present in less proportion, other gas present in large excess quantity. You are familiar with this example? Air. Air is mixture of many gases. Air is a mixture of many gases. Some of the gases are present in less proportion. Some of them are present in large excess quantity. So this is about the 9 type of solutions. 9 type of solutions. So first of all, I have told you binary solution, ternary solution and quaternary solution. Binary made up of 2 components, ternary 3 components and quaternary 4 components. And these 9 types are made up of only 2 components, 1, 2, 1, 2. Everywhere 2 components are there. So all 9 systems are nothing but the binary solutions. In this chapter we are studying only binary solutions made up of 2 components. Further, out of these 9 solutions, we are studying with first type of solution, solid in liquid type of solution in detail, and some proportion of a solution of gases in liquids. But maximum focus in this chapter we are giving on solid in liquid type of solutions. In your book it is not given, but I am explaining one more point, and you are also familiar with that. What are aqueous solutions and what are non-aqueous solutions? What are aqueous solutions? In aqueous solutions, what solvent is used? Water is used. When your water is used as a solvent, it is known as aqueous solution. And what are non-aqueous solutions? Non-aqueous solutions are the solutions in which other solvent rather than water is used. Any other solvent rather than water is used. In this chapter, we are dealing with the aqueous solutions. Aqueous solutions. So we are studying binary solutions, homogeneous mixtures. Further, out of 9 types, we are studying solid in liquid type of solutions. Further, solid in liquid type of solutions are either aqueous or non-aqueous. If water is used as a solvent, it is aqueous. Other solvent is used rather than water, it is non-aqueous. And we are studying only aqueous solutions in this chapter. Now, one more point we have to complete is capacity of solution to dissolve the solute. See here how the solute is dissolved and how a solution is prepared. That is important point to discuss over here. See, for example, if we have a beaker and to this beaker solvent is present. Now everywhere we are using solvent water because we are studying the binary solutions, aqueous binary solutions. So solvent water is taken. To this solvent, if some solute is added, maybe sugar. If sugar is added, what happens? At start, sugar dissolves easily in water. Sugar is soluble in water. Crystals of the sugar are easily dissolved in water. So solute added is nothing but sugar, and there is a solvent. Solvent is nothing but the water I have taken, and we will get the solution. Homogeneous mixture solution we will get because here is dissolution taking place. Dissolution of solute into the solvent take place, forming a solution. At start, we are adding sugar to the water and it get dissolved. Suppose let us consider I have taken 100 ml water and added certain quantity of sugar. Suppose 10 gram sugar is added, that is easily dissolved. 1 more gram is added, total become 11 gram, that is also dissolved. Again 1 more gram is added. What is the total quantity now? 12 gram, that is also dissolved. Again 1 more gram is added. Now it become 13 gram, that is also dissolved. But now if I add even small quantity 0.1, what is the total quantity now? 13.1 gram. At that time, even that 0.1 gram of sugar is not dissolved. Why? Because that 0.1 gram become excess. Capacity of 100 ml of water to dissolve the sugar is 13 gram. What is capacity? 13 gram. See, 13 gram I have taken for example, for explanation, to understand you, to get it understand easily for you. Let us consider capacity of this 100 ml of water is 13 gram sugar to dissolve into it. So 13 gram undergo dissolution and we will get the solution. But if we add 0.1 gram excess, what will happen? That 0.1 will not dissolve. At that time, this 0.1 if dissolved, at the bottom, other 0.1 will be settled down at the bottom. Crystallization take place. That is, recrystallization take place. Backward. Solute plus solvent gives solution by dissolution. And once the capacity is completed, again from solution, sugar is started separating at the bottom, and that is known as recrystallization. Capacity is 13 gram, and if we have added exactly 13 gram, exact capacity of solvent is utilized. It is known as saturated solution. Saturated solution. Whatever the capacity is there, that capacity is exactly utilized. But if we add some more quantity than its capacity, at that time we will get the supersaturated solution. Supersaturated solution. This is unstable solution where precipitation take place at the bottom. This is second type of solution. And capacity is 13 gram. But if we have used only 12 gram, can capacity totally utilized? Can capacity totally used? No. Capacity is not totally used, and at that time the solution is known as unsaturated solution. These are the three more type of solution on the basis of capacity of solution to dissolve the solute. If capacity is exactly utilized, it is saturated. More solute is added than capacity, it is supersaturated. And less solute added than capacity, it is the unsaturated type of solution. In the next lecture, we are supposed to study the solubility of solute in solvent under different conditions.